Hello, it's Liam Naden here again, marriage and relationship coach, and welcome to the fifth of my power tips for saving your marriage. Now today I want to talk about something that everybody, when they first find out or when they discover that their marriage is going to end in divorce, or probably is, and they don't want that to happen, this is something that happens to everybody, and that is, or nearly everybody, and that is they get afraid. So my fifth tip to you, if you really want to save your marriage, if you really want to create a wonderful relationship with your spouse again, what you need to do is you need to not be afraid. Now you might say, well, that's easier said than done. But think about it. What are you actually afraid of? You're afraid of losing them. And why are you afraid of losing them? You have to really dig deep and think about all the reasons why you're afraid of losing them. And very often, they come down to a fear about the future. What's going to happen in the future? What would happen if I'm alone? What would happen if our marriage ended? Some of the things that are the most common things people are afraid of that will happen is they'll be alone. They'll never find another person who'll be as good as the person there who's their husband or their wife. They'll feel all sorts of regret that all of the things that could have been in the future, this picture they had of this wonderful life together for the rest of their life, that won't be there anymore. That won't happen. They're afraid of feeling a failure and saying, if I just tried one more thing, I could have saved our marriage. They're afraid of the effect that it will have on the children because they think that children need to grow up in a household with both parents. They're afraid of all sorts of things. So what things are you afraid of? And what you need to do is you need to think about those and say, how is me being afraid of these things, how is that helping my relationship with my husband or my wife? Because when you're afraid, what are you? You're not pleasant to be around. You're scared, you're worried about what they're thinking, worried about what they're doing. There's all this pressure on. You're putting pressure on yourself, you're putting pressure on them, you're putting pressure on everything. And you're not feeling good. And when you don't feel good, you're not good to be around, least of all to your spouse. And if you've been watching my other power tips, you'll know the key is you've got to make them feel good around you. So think and say, how can I stop being afraid? I give you some processes in my 30-day coaching program that go into a lot of depth on how to get rid of your fears very easily and very quickly. But for now, just think about it. What am I afraid of? I need to stop being afraid. The future is going to turn out all right. No matter what happens, I'm going to be okay. And when you stop being afraid or try to be less afraid, you're going to project a different energy. You're going to feel better about life and you're going to be more fun to be around. So that's my fifth power tip that can really make a big difference in bringing you and your spouse back together.